Well, I mean, I wouldn't say completely fatherless. It just was that I didn't have a relationship with my real father that I would like to have had. You
Mhm.
know?
Hey everyone, welcome to another great edition of Growing Up Fatherless. I'm your host, Antoine, the AP Superb. Today we are going to be, discussing how we navigated through the fatherless experience. And I'm joined today, guys, with my cousin, James Bags of Trom Daniels.
You stupid,
is
bro.
in the building right now. Um, First and foremost, I want to say thanks for taking the time to do the interview. I feel like we have interviewed before, but we haven't.
Well, maybe. I
We've
mean,
done. I mean, we've
we talk
done.
to each other,
We
but
talked to
it
each
hasn't
other
been like official.
official. So this is the official version now. I want to ask you. I'm big on mental health. How is your mental health today?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, it's been a lot of things that I've been like trying to like navigate through as far as like my nephew passing and everything like
Hmm.
that. But for the most part, I can really say that my mental is good at the moment. Like
Okay.
it's not detrimental to anything that I'll be doing. Like,
Hmm.
it's good. I
Okay.
got a good support system with me. So
That's yeah.
right now my mental is in a good space.
Okay. That's good to know. When I look at you, I it takes me back to being a kid because we doing like a lot. We did a lot of growing up together
Hmm.
in a lot of ways, and I always felt like you were always like very strong in who you was and who you are in current day. And I think for me, like I've never really felt like I had that kind of strength. Like you was the type of person where you would always speak your mind.
Hmm.
You never like let nobody play with you, as we like to say.
And yeah.
And I always used to go like, wow, like I hope to, kind of like gain a little bit of that at some point. But I also understand too that you've been through a lot in your life as well, and you've had obstacles that you've had to overcome. And when we talk about the fatherless experience and growing up without it, like I know that us being in the same household, like we've seen a lot of the comings and the goings and the
Mm.
people that will be here today and they would just disappear. But how would you describe your experience as it pertains to growing up fatherless?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say completely fatherless. It just was that I didn't have a relationship with my real father that I would like to have had. You
Hmm.
know, I was young, and then my mom passed, so
Hmm.
I'm not sure why he wasn't able to get us. But
Hmm.
Mama took us
Hmm. Hmm.
and kept us all together. So,
Hmm.
um, with that being said, like half stepped in
Hmm.
and he took over the father role for me. He's taught me certain things. He showed me a few things. Even though he was in and out, he still
Hmm.
gave me a little bit of what I was missing.
Hmm.
So I just take what I've gathered from both experiences and use them accordingly.
I know you said the half was in and out because he went through his troubles in life as
Right.
well. What is it? What's one thing that you remember that he taught you that you still carry with you today? I mean,
Shit.
if I'm pretty sure it's
You
probably.
already said it when you gave me the introduction. You was like, you never really let nobody play with you. That's what I learned from him.
I didn't
He
know that.
he always taught me to stand firm on what I believed in and
Mm-hmm.
don't let nobody basically play with you. If you feel like you've been wronged or if you feel like somebody playing with you, then you gotta step down on your 10 and let them know that listen, this is not
Mm-hmm.
what it's about to be. So
Okay.
that's one major reason, one major lesson I should say that I learned from Half. And another lesson that I learned from him is that you always gotta keep at least $10 in your pocket.
I never
At
heard that one
least
before.
$10 in your pocket. You gotta eat. You gotta get back then we was paying $1.25 for the bus.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember those days. Yeah.
you got to eat, you
Mm-hmm.
got to get around, and then you just need to keep a couple dollars in your pocket. So at least $10 in your pocket. He always used to tell me that.
Do you feel like with your biological dad, was there ever, and I don't think I ever asked you this even as we was growing up, but do you ever think there was a time where you wanted to look for him, but you was probably, maybe there was uncertainty surrounding it, or were you hoping that he would come to you?
Well, my older sister knew him more than me, so she kind of like knew where he was and knew, you know what I'm saying, knew his whereabouts. But
Mm-hmm.
as I started to get older, I really didn't really feel the need to like search. I mean, I just wanted to know what the reason was that he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, able to do the things that we may have needed him to do.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like I didn't hold no grudge. I never held a grudge because shit happens in your life. And sometimes things happen that you can't control or you just have to like roll with the punches. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sad or bitter or nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
just wish that I could have been able to sit down and talk to him a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
than I did. But other than that, I mean,
But you did. I know there were times where you did get to see him.
yeah, I seen
And
him a few times
how,
as I got older. Yeah,
how was the experience when you were
I
interacting with him?
mean, like I said, I wasn't holding no grudges or nothing. I just was trying to figure out
Mm-hmm.
how he was, or what he was doing in his life,
Mm-hmm.
and how we was connected. Like I got the same name as him,
Mm-hmm.
so I just was trying to figure out certain things of that nature. Like it wasn't really too much of I'm asking him questions like where he been or nothing like that. Cause like I
Mm-hmm.
said, like it's a lot of things that happen in life that don't allow people to be the best versions of themselves. So
Mm-hmm.
depending on what he was going through or what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? Life is life, man. So
Wow, I never looked at it that way. The times that you did have with him, do you feel like, I mean, even if he, and I don't know if he did or didn't say, like I love you and I'm here for you, do you feel like he showed it in a different way? Because I know that sometimes it's a three-letter word, I love you, but it's hard for some people to say. Some people show it versus saying it. Do you feel like he did one or the other or both?
I mean, kind of both. Like us as men, we don't show love as like softly as you would expect a person to be like, "Oh, I love you." So it comes in a different form. It might come in anger or it might come in aggression, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still trying to show or trying to express the same emotion.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be the lovey dovey type,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still coming from the same place. So like yeah, I don't
When you first found out you was becoming a father, how did that make you feel, considering that this is now a life that you are not only a part of but responsible for?
so when I first realized that I was about to become a father, I was kind of like nervous and scared because I didn't know how my mother was going to respond to the stuff, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'm like, well, I don't even got no job. I don't got no form of income. Like these are the things that people try to teach you before you get into these situations.
Mm-hmm.
But being as though I was kind of like trying to be, I wouldn't say I was trying to be grown. I just was trying to be more independent.
Okay.
So I was trying to use my own thinking and my own brain and try to do stuff that I wasn't ready to do yet.
Okay.
So it kind of like made it harder for people who was trying to show me love and affection to give it to me
Mm-hmm.
because I was already thinking that I was grown or feeling like I'm moving like I'm grown. I'm doing things that grown-ups do and I'm reacting to things like a grown up would in my eyes. So now I wasn't trying to hear that nobody was really saying to me. So
Okay, so you wanted to grow up quicker than you
I
actually,
shouldn't have, but I
but
did
you
because
yeah.
I felt like if you grow up, then people will respect you more. You know what I'm saying? People will
I
give you
uh
the just due that you want
mm-hmm.
because you are in the same boat or that they are in,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. Like they're grown, then I'm going to show you that I'm grown too. I'm going to do grown up things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm react to things in a grown up way. I was just rushing shit, So I was rushing things.
Now the adult version of you, where would you say you are today? Like you've
Well,
had
I came a long way as far as like, you know, the attitude and people telling me that I should just pipe down a little bit. But right
mm,
now, the adult version of me, I just know how to move. So I know how to be respectful. I
mm-hmm.
know how if somebody I know how I would want to be treated. So I try to reciprocate the same thing
To other
to
people.
others.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like try to think that I'm the best or I'm better than everyone else. I just go accordingly. Like if I got information that I can give you, hopefully that can help you, we can speak on it, or I can tell you that. And now, if you want to listen to it, then that's on you. But if you don't, then that's also your decision. So,
But I've learned in life that even when you say something to people, we always think that people don't pay attention to the stuff that we telling them or
right,
trying to give them. People always walk away with something you said, whether they tell you or they don't tell you. They walk away with something that you said to them or either
hmm
did to or for as it pertains to them. So I would say even if you felt like nobody was hearing you, they heard you.
right,
Maybe they just didn't acknowledge it to you. You know
right,
what I mean? Um, like I've seen you grow over the years, and like I said early on in the conversation, the obstacles that you would overcome. I kind of felt like with me and you, I didn't really have I guess, the mindset to give advice because I didn't go through some of the things that you went through. So I was
right,
like, well, who am I to try to give somebody advice about something when I don't have the experience, as we would like to call it.
right,
So I kind of felt like I didn't really speak on certain things because I didn't know like how you would receive it, if that, if I'm being
no,
honest.
no, no. I understand what you're
And
saying.
excuse me, that's why early on when you were saying like, your mom had passed away and then your dad as wasn't as present as you would have liked him to be. I didn't understand that, to be honest with you, because growing up, like I only knew what it was like to not to have one absent parent. But in your case, essentially, you didn't have like either one. You know what I'm saying? So I think I was always kind of nervous to ask that question because I understand that people deal with things differently.
hmm
And I always just try to allow people the space that they need to deal with things how they see fit. So I'm glad that you explained it the way that you explained it. What has been the greatest joy of you becoming a father?
Well, to be honest with you, the greatest joy to me has been seeing my kids do things that I wasn't able to do as a child. Like
Mm-hmm.
right now, me and my wife, we try to do things that may not be easily obtainable to certain youth or certain
Mm-hmm.
kids or certain people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like we take our kids to like the parks and we take them to museums and stuff like that, like to like the playhouses and things. Or she may take them to the spy museum, stuff like, you know what I'm saying, things that kids that really don't get a chance to do.
And you also did something that I think that we can look up to. Like you the first in our generation to get married.
Yeah.
And I think I know we got to wrap up. They said we got, but I really want to say I think that for us, like we never really seen a traditional wedding. If I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Growing
you're
up, that
right.
wasn't something that was really celebrated. That wasn't something that people was like, yeah, I'm getting married, and you know we're gonna do it like this or like that. So, because I was in your wedding, and I remember
Mm-hmm.
seeing y'all get married, I was just like, wow, you know, like you kind of set the bar and the example for us because like there's no guide or a book on like how and what you should do, or at least we didn't have that in a lot of ways. So
Right.
when I saw you get married, I was just like, okay, you know, this is my cousin who I've known all my life. I'm seeing him do something that now I may have hope to do one day
Mm-hmm.
because I now have an idea of what it looks like. So I just want to say I appreciate that. But I probably have never said it. Um, is there anything that you would want to say to anyone who may be faced with challenges as it pertains to fatherhood, both on both ends, whether it be giving or receiving?
Well, I just want to say that sometimes you can't, well, a lot of times you can't control things that happen in your life or to you amongst your journey.
Mm-hmm.
But what you can do is accept your part in anything that you may be able to change or do. Like if you were the one that made the situation abyss, then you supposed to stand up
Mm-hmm.
and take accountability for yourself. So just be able to know when you're wrong and if you're right. Don't try to force your rightness.
Mm-hmm.
Just see both sides of the situation and just handle things accordingly.
Okay, so go into it with an open heart and an open mind.
Pretty much.
Okay, that I think that's the right way to navigate through any situation. What is something that you want to accomplish?
Well, right now I want to accomplish just being the best version of myself that I could be.
Okay,
I don't want any watered down version. Like I try to speak my mind and I try to be as straightforward as possible. So that's just what I'm working on. Maybe not being as blunt as I am,
mm-hmm.
but at the same token, just being me and
Okay.
staying true to who I am.
I feel like if you can stay true to yourself at time that you don't owe anybody an explanation because at the end of the day, you know, sometimes when people show up in rooms, they don't always show up as themselves. But
Right.
if you show up in the room as yourself,
That's who I am.
then you don't have to or shouldn't apologize for who you are. Um, I know these last like few weeks, or I want to say a couple of months in particular, like all of us have kind of at times gotten together.
Hmm.
We've done stuff together. I know we kind of be busy at times, but you know, having that happen for us, it takes me back to when we was kids and at times we were a lot closer and
Everybody was all
you know, everybody
together.
was together. So I think I remember maybe it was the last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm about to wrap up. I'm about to wrap up. And we was, you know, talking about I think we was in the garage, we was all talking. And I think I was editing. And I'd say I made a conscious decision. And I said, but you know what? I want to try to also engage a little bit more because it's been a challenge for me to do that at times.
Hmm.
So coming in there in the garage with y'all, I just felt a place like it took me back to like my inner child where I was just like, I remember, you know,
Hmm.
how it used to be. But I also walked away with you can always move forward to what you wanted to be. So that was a takeaway that y'all gave me that night when we was in the garage until like I think it was like 3, 4 in the
Hmm.
morning, and that was just a very pivotal point for me because we don't do that or we haven't
Yeah,
done that
we
as
don't
hard.
really chill that much like we used to. So
Mm.
like everybody's lives is just
Everybody grew up,
yeah, it's crazy.
and I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but I think I've heard the
We do
saying
need to get together more.
we do, and that's why I said like that night when I came in, I really was just grateful that I said, you know what, I'm gonna put aside what can be put aside because I'm realizing that as I get older, that all you have is the here and the now. And sometimes we say, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow,
But
catch
we
you next
never
week,
know.
and then sometimes you don't get it tomorrow. Sometimes
Right.
we don't even know what tomorrow is gonna look like. So I just want to say like I'm really grateful for where we are today. I appreciate you coming on to the platform to share your experience. I really learned something from you today. What you said about I don't harbor like any bitterness or
Right.
any ill will, because that's something that I've struggled with. So that's what you've done for me today. That's the takeaway that I have is that for you to say that, and I know people kind of see you at times. I think you're misunderstood. I think that's a fair assessment if we're being honest. I think because you're misunderstood, people have their own version of who they believe you to be. But obviously, like I know you and I've grown up with you.
Right.
So the takeaway that I've gotten from you today is that, you know, we're all human. You know, like give people grace. Somebody gave us grace. Extend it upon somebody else. Cause you said the best. Everybody going through stuff. And we don't know what people going through. As we exit the interview, any words of wisdom that you can leave with people?
Just be yourself, man. Like, don't worry about who think about what are you or who you think that don't like. Just be who you are, and God gonna guide you through.
I accept that.
Simple, simple as that.
Well, it's been great. It's been great doing this. I hope that we all can continue to get together, despite no matter how busy we are. I'm
Right.
just going to keep that in prayer because we've already seen that it's possible.
Right.
So my thing is like I would like for us to get together and celebrate without it always being something negative. You know, and when I'm
Right.
saying like a funeral
No, just
or
a
and
regular
times of like saying,
experience.
you know, like it's good when you can get together and say, you know, like let's just get together because we have the here and the now. So, you know, like thanks for really coming on here
No
and
question. I appreciate you for having me.
yeah, and you're welcome back anytime. So
All right. Just let me know.
I got you.
All
So
right.
on that note, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in
Peace.
and we'll catch y'all next episode. Thank you.